Yo, what is up, YouTube? Going into some ranked games here. Wanted to run through another, um, video here going over the Bystial Runick deck that I have a couple videos up for. Just messing around in the new ranked season after I climbed out of Plat on my way getting back into Master. I haven't been grinding as hard as I usually do the past couple months. A lot of stuff going on with work, but hopefully I'll get to Master before this weekend hits because I'm going to be traveling next week. But wanted to get a quick video in of some replays I did the other day with this one in like mid diamond. I want to say diamond 3 and diamond 2. Had some good back and forths going on, a couple of them, couple long games that go into like turn 6 and turn 12. So won't get too deep into the deck list because I got other videos going over it here, and it's pretty similar to other Bystial Runick lists out there, pretty standard for people that are interested in it. But yeah, so I'll just run quickly through the card by card, and then we'll jump into some of the gameplays. So we've got triple Maxi, triple Ash Blossom, one copy of Fallen Albaz, one copy of Incredible Ecclesia, one Golden Sword Soul, triple Quem. We got one Magnuma Hut, and then we've got the one Serenir, one Drury Swarm, one Baldrake, and then triple Lubellion for the Bestial package. We're running one Branded Fusion, one Runic Fountain, one Regain, double Called by, one Crossout, and then the classic Runic package here, so we have the 2 Runic Tip, 3 Flashing Fire, 1 Destruction, 2 Freezing Curses, 2 Slumber, 2 Smiting Storm, 1 Golden Droplet, and then 2 Dispelling, running at 40 even. And then in the extra, we're running 2 Hugin. We've got 1 Jerry, then the 1 Dragostapelia, 1 Ice Jade, Mirror Jade, Ice Blade Dragon, sorry, and then 1 Lubellion the Searing Dragon, 1 Rinbrum. We got 1 Coral Dragon, 1 Tri-Edge Master, 1 Baron de Fleur, and then 1 Changying, and then we've got
Bystial Dispatter.
And then we've got Chaos Angel, the 1 copy of Anaconda, and then 1 Little Knight. And then obviously the Branded Fusion and Anaconda with Albaz are all like a package together. So I can go into Mirror Jade. Typically you don't want to see Branded Fusion in your hand and use it because you're going to be locked out of your synchros and links. But if you kind of open with it, sometimes it's your only like clean play, so it is a fallback plan, but just keep in mind that's not the core strategy, is to resolve Branded Fusion. It's supposed to be a dump target for Anaconda. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and jump into these replays, and I'll go through some gameplay breakdowns on them. All right, so moving into the first gameplay here, we're going to try to go through the one that's a little bit shorter first, and then we'll move into the longer, more back and forth duels. Just as I said, this was something I was trying to do as a, just trying to climb back through Diamond. Not sure what deck I really wanted to play at the time, so I was like, let's just fire back up the Bystial Runick. But yeah, so opening hand, I'm going second. Only hand trap I have is Maxi, but that's probably the best hand trap in the game, so it don't matter. We'll see if we can force any of his hand traps out for it. Looks like it is going to resolve. And then looks like they are playing some sort of Mathmech. See the diameter, normal summon diameter, and then go right into a Lingaribo, and then gonna droll me, then decide to go up into a equation, get his guy back. Under the droll now, we're just going to see that popping a bunch. I didn't draw anything to stop the Splash Mage, so we're just going to have to kind of let him go full combo. We'll go ahead and speed it up here just because all of us know how this goes. It's just going to be a bunch of Chain Link summoning until he goes to Tetrahertz. And there he is, baby, or Terahertz, I'm sorry. I always just like to call him Tetrahertz. But yep, so there we go. Got the Terahertz and Deceive Worm, gonna maxi me. I'm going to cross out it. I special summon the Ecclesia from hand, and then he is going to use the Deceive Worm on my Sorry, too many chains happening all at once. But yes, so basically he's going to Maxi. I cross out it. He disave worms it. I activate Ecclesia so that I can draw. I mean, I can summon another body out without playing into the Maxi harder. And then he is going to chain the Terahertz and send another card to the graveyard. And then I am going to chain our freezing curses. Sorry, that all happened so quickly. But yeah, so Chain Link 6, gonna negate the Terahertz. Terahertz is negated, banish 3, then Ecclesia resolves. I go into Albaz off the Ecclesia, and then right here now I'm going to discard, use these two to go into Mirror Jade, let him draw 1, and then typically I think I'm passing right here in this type of scenario, but we're gonna go ahead, let Lubellion search for a Dreesworm, and then pass. And then now we've got a Bestial for the follow-up plays here. It is going to be a circular. I'm going to change the Mirror Maid, banish the circular. He's going to bring the Sigma back out. I let the Sigma resolve, and then I get rid of his diameter. And then right here, I'm going to target, pop the Sigma, and then he's just stuck into going to Link 1s again. Right here, Almirage, and not going to really have anything he can do. So it's a scoop. But yep, so this is like just a quick little showcase of out of the ordinary combo playing under Max C. You know, guy had to play under Droll, so a lot of hand trap usage in this one. Standard rank game for Diamond Plus, really. Perfect. So rolling into duel number 2 here. This one's going to be a little bit longer. I think this one I actually go first. So we'll see if I get a standard combo. Or no, actually they go first. I'm sorry. Making stuff up live on air. Here we go. So I've got Runick Fountain, Freezing Curses, Called by Crossout, which are all phenomenal for going first. And then Lubellion. Looks like it is going to be a wonderful Yubel deck. Love Yubel, so I'm not too concerned to ever play against it because I pilot the deck pretty often myself. And I was actually piloting it a lot after I got off of this deck here. But yeah, so pretty standard. Sets up a lot of his back row, keeps the Yubel alive so he can have his Super Poly. I'm assuming Super Poly in the back row. Oh, looks like he's got the Eternal Favorite. I might have had knowledge on that, but either way, not too big of a concern. I'm going to right away Freezing Curses and just draw 1 off of that. And we hit the Golden Sword Soul, so we do have a normal summon target. That's nice. It's just going to get that off the field, and it's negated, so it doesn't matter. And then now what we're worried about is getting our whole field super polyed. So right away, we're going to get Magnum Hut out. I'm going to... Oh, looks like he changed the special summon, so now I don't have to worry about the super poly unless the other one in the back row is a super poly. So not too concerned, but we'll kind of let that go. And then we're going to normal summon the Golden Sword Soul, tribute for Lubellion, set up in the back row, Branded Regain. I'm going to right away go into our Verte Anaconda line on this one, try to get into Mirror Jade, because Mirror Jade's going to be one of the best ways to get rid of his bodies on the field. There we go. Banish. And then we're going to shuffle that back because who cares? Get the draw 1. We pass battle phase because luckily Runick has about the best matchup into Yubel. Can't have a forced battle phase if there is no battle phase. And then right away I'm going to Rindbrum and then Reborn Albaz. Use this to, you know, fusion summon into a Searing Lubellion, and then I'm using the Regain to put my Rindbrum back into the extra deck to draw 1, and then these two are going to go right up into our Searing Dragon into defense. He's going to special and summon. I'm going to Called by the Spirit, and then he's going to chain a cross out. So now I'm just going to chain to Max C, try to get some more card advantage. So here we go, cross outs that Called by, it's negated, and then now he's going to bring back the Spirit, and I draw 1 off of it. And then right here now, he is going to try to pop, and I'm going to negate the Nightmare Pain. So now he sets, battles in, reflects. I'm down to 3k, which is a little dangerous, but what can you do? So right here now, we're going to pitch Rinbrum again for another banish. He's going to chain the Imperm. I'm going to cross out the Imperm. I realize I had no Imperm in this build after the fact, so I just call Max C, just get it out of there, and then let that resolve. I go right into the Dispelling, get Jerry out. I'm then going to draw one, and this is going to stop me from having a battle phase again, keeping me alive. Quem's going to pitch Ecclesia. These two are now going to go into our Chaos Angel, and then Chaos Angel, I'm going to remove the body. I should have removed the Nightmare Pain, or no, I go for the Nightmare Pain. I think it's a different game I was remembering where I removed the body. But yeah, so I do go for the Nightmare Pain, Reborn Ecclesia, and then right here I'm going to link these two up into a Little Knight. And then with Little Knight, I'm going to banish. I think I banish his other back row. And then right here, we're just leaving him up on the field. And now his turn. Let's see what they've got. Goes right into an Unchained. I'm going to chain the Little Knight and stop the Shavara from summoning. And now we're just kind of banking on whatever his back row is. I'm going to chain my Regained and my Golden Sword Soul, and then get Ecclesia out, draw one, and then he has to set. Little Knight comes back, and then right here now, we go into Serenir. He has nothing to Reborn because I shuffled it back with the Regained. So that's why Little Knight came back by itself, and he's got no body. Just basically cleared the back row, banished his guy, and then shuffled it back with Regained so that when Little Knight comes back, he doesn't get an extra body on field. And then we knew he had another conflict in hand. But yeah, so that was that one. We will move on to this last one here. It is going to be this 12 turn one, and it's against a 41 card branded deck. So really interesting duel here between Branded and Bystial Runick. So we'll move into that one. All right, coming on board the final match of the day here. And this one, they go first. I'm going second, double Max C. And seems like every single one I had Max C, but it's one of my only real hand traps in this deck. So in a 40 card deck, and Max C is one of the few 3-ofs, you see it pretty often. But yeah, so gonna chain Max C, goes into Cartesia, sets up the Branded Lost, and then pass. So pretty decent line under Max C. I do have a follow-up Max C, and they love to keep summoning anyways, so we know how that goes. So right away, I'm going to normal summon Quem, pitch Ecclesia, then chain one of my Runics, so now I can do Chain Link 1 Hugin, pitch, Chain Link 2 Quem, just blocking from a Ash Blossom. And then so right here, we get Ecclesia back. This is going to add me my Fountain. We kept the Slumber in hand specifically so I could use Slumber on any target right now to get an extra follow-up draw, and then we're going to get a draw one off of these two. We hit the Runic Tip, which is just huge, and then so they're going to right away Super Poly my 2 light monsters, which I'm totally fine with. Let that just go on. And then Lost searches for a Mercurier, and then I'm going to set up the Fountain, use Fountain to search for Tip. He's going to make his guys untargetable, completely fine. I'm just going to right away Called by the Owlbaz, because I don't want the Owlbaz in the graveyard anymore, and if he has any type of Owlbaz follow-up for the next couple turns, it's negated. And then we're going to search for the Runic Destruction. I'm going to chain the Destruction to the Lost, and then pop the Lost, go for a draw 3, and then I also chain the Max C so I can draw. So it's going to be like a draw 4 basically off this fusion. So right here goes into the fusion, and it is a Gangrenol. Gangrenol, and then I draw 1, hit the Magnamut. We're going to draw 3. Gangrenol is going to send, and then I'm going to chain banish the Cartesia off the Magnum Hut. There we go. He pitches his Sereneer, so he can probably set up a Lubellion later on or pitch like a Retribution, something like that, who knows. And then he chains the Gangrenol. I'm going to use Dispelling to summon out a Jerry. And then with this now, I'm going to use these two probably to go into Chaos Angel, I believe. And then off of the Chaos Angel, I'm going to banish his Coritis. And right here, we kind of have a couple pivot plays. So I think I set some back rows as bait. It's going to Retribution, add the Lost back, and chain the Reduce to 0. Reducing my attack to 0 doesn't matter because I have no battle phase. And right here, banish. That's going to let him summon a Quem. Quem is going to go off. I top-decked a Curses, so I'm going to negate the Curses so that he doesn't get more follow-up and to banish more. And then right here now, we've got the graveyard pretty stacked. End the battle phase. Bring Ecclesia back to hand. Add Baldrake to hand from the Magnemite. And then I'm going to use Baldrake to banish the Sereneer. And then we have a Baldrake for any of his extra deck plays. So here comes the Lost. We already seen that coming. I'm going to chain, protect, so I can draw 3. And at this point, I'm hoping to just draw into my destruction. And we didn't hit any more Runick cards, so no other real stops other than my Flashing Fire right now. But we do have Monster Follow-Up. It's going to go right into a Branded Fusion. Branded Fusion is then going to go into a Titan Clad. With the Titan Clad, he is then going to chain his Lost and his Quem. And right here, Quem's going to bring back the Albaz. And then Lost is going to let him start his Chain Link. I'm going to go to Flashing Fire, pop the Albaz, and then I'm going to chain Dispelling so that I can banish before the pop happens. And then I try to Chain Link block it all with Drury Swarm, but he does still have the Mercourier in hand, so that's okay. Mercourier is going to negate, and then Dispelling is going to go off. Nothing really happened for it, so we're okay. And then now he's going to reset his battle phase, beat over the Chaos Angel, but is protected by battle, summoned by Dark Element only, so card effect, monster effects still can hit it. And then I'm going to banish the other Albaz with the Drury Swarm, bring out the Ecclesia bounce, go into Golden, use these two to go up into a 10 Synchro Baron de Fleur. And then with Baron, we're going to pop his Lost in the back row. Oh yeah, I was forcing out the Titanclad. Quem is going to chain. I negate the Quem, pop the Quem. Titanclad's going to the graveyard. And then now I'm going to target pop the Lost. All he has is a kit on board. I am going to search for a Sereneer. Sereneer is going to banish the Titanclad so he doesn't get main phase 3. And then we are going to banish, summon. This goes right into our Dispatter. Dispatter is then going to give me lots of follow-up with this Regained right here. So we're going to set up a Regained. I'm going to use Slumber, target Banish, use this to draw 3, and then also going to chain Regained, I believe. Or no, I didn't Regain that time. Keeping it for something else. But we drew into Runick Tip and Flashing Fires, so that is huge. Turn 5 starting. And then now he's going into his Dragon. Goes right into a Royal Finish of Alba Lenatus, which is cool. And then I'm going to chain Flashing Fire to his Called By. His Called By is targeting one of my boys, the Dispatter. Gets the Dispatter out of there because he was going to be reborn off a Regain, which was actually pretty smart, but then I just used the Regain to recycle it for the draw 1 anyways. And then Runick Tip, add Flashing Fire, go ahead, recycle 2 more, and we have 2 Freezing Curses. So as you can see, every single turn I'm just grinding so much hand advantage because he can't get rid of my Fountain. But it is classic Branded. Branded always gets Recursion. He's only got 6 cards in his deck left yet, so we're kind of working the let's go for a just try to deck him out angle, but most people that play Runick know how tough it is to really get somebody hit in the bottom bits of their deck, because some of these cards you have to be the exact amount in there for it to banish. So I think at one point I get him down to 2 cards and it just keeps hovering around there. But we're going to go to Runick Tip. Runick's going to banish 1 card off the top, bringing him down to 4, and I search for my Runick Destruction. That way I've got it for whenever his Lost gets set back up, because in Branded, that's the key. That's the real key, is just getting rid of their Lost. If you can get rid of the Branded Lost, you're good. But here we go. Reborn Druy Swarm. Go for Runick Dispelling. And then turn change. So right here, pretty much all I can really do is like just pop, try to go battle phase and set. But I'm like trying to get more advantage as long as I can still have a battle phase, like without using my Runics. So right there, I tried not to use any Runics and pass. And then right here now, we're back into the same situation. I'm just going to hard negate this with the Dispatter, shuffle back one of his Ash Blossoms. There we go, shuffle the deck. And then he normal summons his Jester, and I am going to Freezing Curses the Aluber, just because we know how annoying it is for it to respawn. At this point, me grinding him out and keeping the control version of the Runic is totally fine. And he's not scooping, so it's like, it's obvious that he's not just trying to let me go to battle phase and beat him down. So at that point, I'm going to keep using my Runics to try to gain advantage. And as soon as you lose any battle phase, you have to keep using your Runics. Otherwise, at what point is it, you know? So right here, I get him down to 2 cards. He's going to draw. Can't beat over my guy anyways. There we go. Called by. So we're just going to set more back row so we're under the 7 in hand and keep rolling. Turn 10, I'm going to go into a little knight here just to insulate my board more. And I mean, this is just one of the most insane boards ever. Like, protected from battle, Little Knight, Baron de Fleur, Bestial Dispatter. Baron negates dead, but I haven't cycled him back yet just because I just want the target pop. So now we are going right to battle phase finally to end the duel. But yep, so that was the long grind battle between Bystial Runick versus Branded. Good old Brandon. But yeah, so that was the final game there. I'll go ahead and hop back into the deck list just as backdrop to do some final notes. All right, so there it is in all its glory again. Wanted to just do another video with this one, going through some more gameplays. I know some people were commenting on the one I did before, talking about how they really liked the gameplay in the list. So wanted to at least get another try in the upper diamonds, like master area, with this list, and I enjoy it. It's probably one of my favorite lists in my group of cards that I have, and the grind game is fun. You know, the combos are non-linear. You're just kind of freestyling, and really fun game to play. I mean, really fun deck to play if you like the Runic cards, and you're not looking for like, you know, Runic stun floodgatey builds where this is more of like a control and you're putting up like, you know, big boss monsters, omni negates, like, you know, monster negates. You're putting up banishes, like non-target banishes. So a lot of different types of removals. Spell cards are your big downfall though. If you get like, you know, Spellcaster Villaged and stuff like that, and you don't have like Ecclesia on the board at all times or Quem on the board at all times, it's a little bit rough. But other than that, I really enjoy playing it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplays. Wanted to try to get those 3 just kind of recorded because I really like the replays, where, you know, going through full combo Mathmech, playing through full combo Yubel almost, and then basically playing through Branded that continuously got its resource loop set up with Lost. But yeah, so I appreciate everybody who watched till the end here. As always, thank you, and be on the lookout for some more videos coming out. I am in the process of getting some new decks together, especially with like the Voiceless Voice and Ice Barrier cards. But in the meantime, just be aware next week it might be, towards the end of the week before I can get any more videos up, as I will be traveling. But I appreciate you guys. Have a good one.
Artificial love, we just make it up, 'cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up, 'cause we already lost, addicted to the